Good morning, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, right. Yeah, guys. Good morning. So yesterday we have discussed about recurrent networks. So I've uh, told you the difference between the normal network, that is multi-layer networks, and recurrent networks. Screen visible? Is screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So the difference between recurrent network and normal network, that is we are using back propagation algorithm. Okay. So what is the difference between these two is in back propagation, whatever out, okay. So we will be getting error. We execute the data with some model, we will get some error. Okay. So when we get error, what we do, we again, whatever the error which we get, whatever the output which we get, that is not the target output. So we have got some error over there. So what we do, we back propagate the network. So that is not nothing but we come back, okay, and execute the network again. So when we execute the network again, we will be executing the network in middle, that is in between the network. We'll be having different types of hidden layers. So for hidden layers, we'll have different types of weights. So there we will be changing the values, the weight values, and we repeat the process until we get the target value. This is in case of backpropagation. But in case of recurrent networks, in recurrent network, the particular output which we get, that is not desired one. That is not the target output. So what we do here is we again come back and we start the process from the starting. So this is the difference between recurrent network and backpropagation or different neural networks which we are using. Okay, and so here recurrent network is also, it is like neural network only. In recurrent network, what will happen? It return back to the input layer and it will again process the network from the starting onwards, and then we will get the output. Okay, so here what has happened? It has some memory. Okay, so what will happen here? What it will do is, in that particular memory, what has happened from the starting onwards, it retains. Okay, so the model will, the network will retain it. Again, second time, if we are executing the network, it will recollect with that particular process and check whether to execute with that particular process or whether to execute with that particular method or not. Okay, so I'll give you one example, then you can understand what it is. So what it will do, it retains all the states of the information until we get the final state. So it retains all the states of the information until final state is executed. So this is in case of recurrent networks. It keeps the previous states, methods also, process also in the memory. Okay. So this is the difference between the back propagation and recurrent network. So there is a lot of issue in Google Meet. Just I want to show one example. Yeah, I'll show it. So can you see the paint screen here? Guys, can you see the paint screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So here we'll have different types of input values. So this is in case of recurrent networks. I'm showing you the example. Okay. So now what will happen? It will have hidden layers also, and we'll get some output. So each and every one is connected with the different neurons which are there in the hidden layer. And then we will get the output here. Okay, so this is input layer. These are hidden layer 1, this is hidden layer 2, this is output layer, and this is output. Okay, so now if you take, suppose ఒక షాప్ లో different types of discounts ఉన్నాయి. This is one method, 0 method, 1 method, 2 method, 3 methods. So 0 method కి no discount అని పెట్టినాం మనం. ఓకే, 1 కి 25% అని పెట్టినాం. 2 కి 50% అని పెట్టినాం, 3 కి 75% అని పెట్టినాం. Okay, so we are offering some discount in shop. So now what has happened here is I am applying some method in recurrent networks. So here n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. So here one slight difference here. In case of multi-layer neural networks, we will be using mathematical formulas in case of multi-layer neural networks. But in case of recurrent networks, we will be using different types of methods. ఒక మెథడ్ కి ఒక ఫార్ములా, ఒక ప్రాసెస్ లో, ఇంకో మెథడ్ ఇంకో ప్రాసెస్ లో, ఒకటే టైప్ ఆఫ్ డేటా సెట్ కి we will be using different types of methods here. But in case of back propagation, there we will be using different types of mathematical formulas to change the values, to change the weights. So this is the one more difference in between these two networks. So here what has happened, we are having n is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 అంటే 4 methods ఉన్నాయి. So what we are doing here is we are applying some method that is discount is equal to n into 25%. Okay, so if we are applying 0 method, what will happen? 0 into 25, that is equal to, we will get no discount output. If we apply one method, 1 into 25%, then we will get 25. If we apply second method, that is 2 into 25, that we will get 50%. If we apply third method, 3 into 25, then we will get 75%. So in this case, here what is happening? It will be taking different types of methods to get the output here. So this is nothing but recurrent networks. So here, when we apply 0 method, if you are getting some output, if zero method apply చేసాను ఇక్కడ నెట్వర్క్ లో, జీరో మెథడ్ అప్లై చేసినప్పుడు మనకి ఇక్కడ నో డిస్కౌంట్ అని రాలేదు, ఇంకేదో అవుట్పుట్ వచ్చింది. సో ద అవుట్పుట్ ఇస్ ద మెథడ్ వాట్ we have used here is failure method. So what it will do, it will retain in the memory and it will again reprocess the network by checking with the previous method which it has used, and it again changes in that particular method and it applies the new method, somewhat little changes to that particular method and it applies another process or another method, then we will get the output. Okay, so only just you are having what is recurrent network. So this is one more type of network which we will be using in, for different types of data sets. Okay, so like back propagation, here we will be using recurrent network also. Okay, so there is not much about this particular topic, only just definition what is that particular method is, that's all you are having. Okay, so what is happening here, as human being start again from the starting onwards, ఒకవేళ మనము ఏదో ప్రాసెస్ చేస్తున్నాం, ఏదో చేస్తున్నాం, ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏంటి అని అంటే ఐఎమ్ కుకింగ్ సంథింగ్. ఓకే, సో హియర్ ఐఎమ్ కుకింగ్ సంథింగ్, నేను వంట చేస్తున్నాను. ఏంటది వంట? ఐఎమ్ కుకింగ్ చికెన్. ఓకే, సో వాట్ హెస్ హ్యాపెండ్, ఐ కుక్డ్ చికెన్ and I have got some output. So my family mates had it and they have told that it is not uh, up to the mark. Okay, so then again what will happen, if next time if I cook, okay, my mummy will come to me and ask me how you have cooked, ఎట్లా చేసాను చికెన్ లాస్ట్ టైం, అంటే నేను ఇట్లా చేశాను అని అంట. అన్నాక మా మమ్మీ చెప్తుంది, ఓహో నువ్వు ఈ ఇంగ్రీడియంట్ యాడ్ చేయలేదు, అది యాడ్ చేయి. ఓకే, సో వాట్ ఐ విల్ డూ, ఐ విల్ యాడ్ దట్. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, కొంచెం బెటర్గా వస్తుంది. అప్పుడు it is not up to the mark. Again what will happen, again when I do that, my grandmother come to me and tell me, okay, you add this or you'll do like this. Okay, then I'll do and I'll get some output. Okay, so అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే I'll get some good results. So likewise here also, how the human being is starting again from the starting onwards. In recurrent networks also, whatever the process which has done, that will be started from the starting onwards. So this is about recurrent network. Recurrent. So we have to re-execute it. Okay. So I'll show you the figure. One second. I'll show you the figure, how it executes the process. So this is the figure. So here you can see this particular recurrent network uses LSTM. That is nothing but it uses LSTM here. Okay. So if you see here in figure, you can see input T minus 1. So it is using first method. So here the arrow is this with this we are giving the input values. So it is taking some process here. Okay. So with some input values T minus 1. Okay. And what it has done, it has computed something and it has done some process and we have got some output that is T minus 1. So whatever the process which we have got, that is not accurate process. So what it will do, it will compute new carry. So what is it? New carry is nothing but whatever the input which it has taken, that it will take with the help of the process, what it has done, that it will take. Okay. And it will rearrange it and it will change the state here. Okay. It will take the new values again with a different state and input value is taken and it will process with the another method. Some more activation function is used with a different method and then we will get one more output here. If this output is also not correct, now what it will do, it will again compute it. It will carry new method in different state, that is T plus 1. Some more process is implemented with a different input and it will get the output here. So it will carry the track until it will get the accurate output. It will carry the track. What is carry the track? That is nothing but it will carry all this process in the memory. Okay. It will consider these particular process into consideration and it will implement with a new method to somewhat new activation function to that particular method and it will implement with the new process and we will execute the data and we will get the output here. Then we will get some accurate output. So this is nothing but recurrent networks. Hello, can you hear me? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is about recurrent networks. So here in recurrent networks, it will be applying LSTM. That is nothing but long short-term memory. లాంగ్ లెంత్ లో యూజ్ చేసిన మెథడ్స్ షార్ట్ గా కూడా తీసుకొని అంటే అప్పటిదప్పుడు తీసుకొని ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తుంది. సో దిస్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ LSTM. So this is about recurrent networks which it will be using long short term memory method, long short term method, LSTM method to get the accurate result. So this is about recurrent networks. So this is about recurrent neural networks. Okay. And then we have seen what are the different advanced topics which are used in artificial neural networks. There are different types of alternative error functions which we will be using in neural networks, artificial neural networks. One is adding a penalty term with weight magnitude. This is one particular function which is applied to the error function. One particular term which is added to the error function. With that, we will get more accuracy in our output. One more alternative function which we will be using, that is adding a term with slope. Third one is minimizing the cross entropy method. Fourth one is altering the weights by tying together or applying the conjugate method here. And the next alternative error minimization process is using line search. Next is conjugate gradient method. And next is recurrent networks, which we have used. So I think you can, screen is visible to you. Guys, screen is visible to you. Yes or no? Okay, right. So next topic is evaluation hypothesis. So till now, we have completed the two halves in your second unit. So artificial neural network 1, artificial neural network 2. So these two topics we have completed. The third part is evaluation hypothesis. So before going to evaluation hypothesis, I just want to show you, okay, we have completed this. The next is evaluation hypothesis. So here, how to evaluate the hypothesis? What is hypothesis? So since from previous topics onwards, we came across this word hypothesis. So what does hypothesis means? So that is nothing but it is the statement which make a particular output can be true with respect to the observed data. Okay. So what we are doing here, whatever the observed data which we are having here, to that particular observed data, we are getting some output. Okay. So that will be true. So whatever the process which we are using till getting of output from starting onwards, taking the training examples into consideration, all these things, this is hypothesis. Okay. So we are training a statement and we are formulating a statement that it refers to some set of observed examples. Example ఏంటి అని అంటే take the example of third world countries like Africa, Asia, Mexico, all these things, all these countries. So here the literacy rate is very low. This is one statement. The life expectation is very low. This is one more statement. So what is happening here is, how did I make this particular statement? నేను ఇట్లా ఈ స్టేట్మెంట్ ని క్రియేట్ చేశాను. ఆర్ హౌ డిడ్ ఐ ఫ్రేమ్ ద హైపోథసిస్? ఈ పర్టికులర్ అవుట్పుట్ ఏదైతే వచ్చిందో దాన్ని నేను ఎట్లా ఫ్రేమ్ చేసిన. సో వాట్ ఐ డిడ్ హియర్, ఐ హ్యావ్ డన్ సమ్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్. So on that experiment, based on different observed examples or based on collected data about the third world countries, by taking some samples from all these countries, and I have got some conclusion. So in third world countries, the literacy is very, very low. So నేను ఏం చేశాను, whatever the data which is related to third world country, I have taken all the data into consideration. Okay, and I have made some statement that, and I have executed with some experiment, and I have made that third world countries got some third world countries having literacies in that particular in third world countries, the literacy is very low and నేను conclusion కి వచ్చాను. So what has happened, by observing all the examples which are already existing, so I perform some experiment based on my results. With that, I form a statement. So this is nothing but hypothesis. This is called as hypothesis. So whatever the data which I will take into consideration, and I do some experiment on that, and I will get some output. So all this is called as hypothesis. Okay. So if you take one more example, in US, most of the people are ready to elect Biden. Okay. So before elections. So how I prove this? Now what I'll do, I'll try to do some exit poll or some survey. What is the survey? Social media, by questionnaire sent to different participants. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll collect all the data and show that 80% or 90% of the people are against Trump. So what I'm doing here, I'm gathering the examples or data in order to make my statement true. Okay. So if we are making any generalized statement about observed examples, so then it is called as hypothesis. Or okay, so then it is called as hypothesis. You can take different types of examples in manufacturing also. If you are doing or getting any product, if you are getting the good product, that is nothing but whatever the process you have done, that is correct. If you are not getting the good or output, so the process is failure. Okay, so these are all nothing but this is called as hypothesis. Whatever the statement which we will make by using the observed data or training examples and getting the output, this is called as hypothesis. Okay, so what is the motivation behind evaluating the hypothesis? So this is, so in your syllabus, in evaluation hypothesis, the first one is motivation. So what is the motivation behind evaluating the hypothesis here? So why to evaluate the hypothesis? So what you have to do, you have to prove it, or you have to examine it. So why to examine it? Why to do that? What is estimating hypothesis accuracy? So this is your motivation. Okay. So this is your motivation. So Why to prove? What is estimating hypothesis accuracy? So this is your motivation. Okay. So here hypothesis may not be accurate up to 100%, but it is accurate up to 98% or 95%, etc. So it may be 98%, it may be 94%, it may be 95%, it may be 96%, like this. So every time it may not be 100%. Okay. So there may be confidence interval. What is that? What is confidence interval? That is nothing but most of the data, that is 90%, 95% of the data is in support with your with your hypothesis. మీరు ఇచ్చిన డేటా ఏదైతే అవుట్పుట్ వచ్చిందో అది 90%, 95% అక్యురేట్ అని చెప్పేదాన్ని కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ లెవెల్, కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ ఇంటర్వెల్. ఏంటి మీరు ఎగ్జామ్ రాసాక వెన్ యూ రైట్ యువర్ మెయిన్ ఎగ్జామ్స్, after writing your exams and when you come back, we will ask how you have written. So you will be saying that we have written good, we will get 95%, we will get 98%, we will get 87%. So like this. So this is your confidence. Okay. So most of the data will depend upon the confidence interval. Okay. So there may be different types of confidence intervals also. Some percentage will be there that will be lying in between some interval. Okay. The first one is estimating the hypothesis accuracy. So how you are going to estimate the hypothesis accurate? How your hypothesis is accurate? How you estimate it? Okay. One second. So here you can see the evaluating the hypothesis. So first is empirically evaluating the accuracy of hypothesis is fundamental to machine learning. Can you see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, right. So empirically evaluating the accuracy of hypothesis is fundamental to machine learning. So what is empirically analysis? What is empirical analysis? So what it is, that is nothing but you want to understand or you want to gain some experience from the observed data. So that is nothing but empirical analysis. So here you always gather the data and formulate the hypothesis and show the data how much it is supporting your hypothesis here. So this is nothing but empirically evaluating the accuracy of hypothesis. So this is the main fundamental of machine learning. Okay. So what we have to do, we want to prove something and we are gathering the data to prove it. That is the main goal of our uh, process or whatever data which we are taking. So that is nothing but this is the main fundamental, that is the accuracy of the hypothesis is main fundamental in using to using machine learning here to evaluating your hypothesis here. So that is nothing but empirically evaluating the accuracy of hypothesis is the main fundamental to machine learning. Okay. So this module presents an introduction to statistical methods for estimating hypothesis accuracy, focusing on 3 questions. So now if we make a statement, whether it is statistically significant or not, when we make a statement, we have to prove that it is statistically significant by supplying sufficient number of data, that is observed data. Okay. So what is happening here? This focuses on three questions. So what is the first question here? First one is, given the observed accuracy of a hypothesis over a limited sample of data, how well does this estimate its accuracy over additional examples? So this is your first question. So when you're evaluating the hypothesis, how much the accuracy of your hypothesis is. Okay, so the first one arises here. So the first one is the observed accuracy of a hypothesis over a limited sample of data. How well does it estimate the accuracy over the additional examples? So till now I have told you one example which is related to third world countries. So when you are studying about this third world country, so what you do, you gather each and everything. So do you gather each and every possible data about this particular about these countries? No, we can't. So what we are doing here, we take only the representative sample. Okay, some sample of that particular data. Okay, so one more example. When I'm studying about your class, about different students in your class. Okay, so what I'll do, I want to take a representative sample here. Okay, that means that I'll be taking 5 boys, 5 girls, or 10 boys, 10 girls, likewise. Okay, so if I take 20 boys and 2 girls, so this is not representative sample. Okay, so when I cannot make my experiment larger scale, I cannot gather each and every data. Okay, so I can take only some sample of the particular data and I'll execute with that particular sample of data. So that is nothing but observed accuracy of a hypothesis over a limited sample of data. So how well does this estimate its accuracy over additional examples? So this is the first thing. Okay. So the remaining part we will see tomorrow or on Monday. Okay. So I think we will finish off the second unit on Monday or Tuesday. Okay. Only few topics are left out. So that we will see Monday and Tuesday. So any doubts regarding anything, guys? So till now. So give your attendance. Don't leave until I take the attendance. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Yeah. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, right. 16 series 523. 16 series 5E2.
E2 present, ma'am.
17 series 506. 1 second. 17 series 506. 17 series 511. 17 series 527. 17 series 545. 17 series 556.
Present, ma'am.
17 series 563.
Present, ma'am.
Arushi.
Present, ma'am.
17 series 5A2. A2.
Present, ma'am.
Manoj Reddy.
Present, ma'am.
A2. A2.
Yes, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
17. Okay, right. 17 series C4.
Present, ma'am.
Arun Pal.
Present,
17
ma'am.
series 5C7. Nikita. Nikita. 17 series D4.
Present, ma'am.
Tarun.
Present, ma'am.
G0. M6.
Present, ma'am.
Yeah. 18 series.
501 present, ma'am.
8 series. 1.
Present, ma'am. 1.
505, ma'am.
Ma'am, 3
Shrikar.
present, ma'am. Ma'am,
4.
present, ma'am.
4. 4. Varun. 5.
Present, ma'am. 5.
6. 7. 8.
Present, ma'am.
9.
Present, ma'am.
10.
Present, ma'am.
11. 12. 13.
13 present, ma'am.
14. 14. 15.
Present, ma'am.
16.
Present, ma'am.
Adarsh.
Present, ma'am.
17. 18.
Present, ma'am.
18. 19.
Present, ma'am.
Present, ma'am. 19.
19.
Present, ma'am.
20. 20. 21.
Present, ma'am.
22.
Present, ma'am.
23.
Yes, ma'am.
24.
Present, ma'am. 24.
26.
Present, ma'am.
27.
Present, ma'am.
28.
Present, ma'am.
Harshita. 28. 29.
Present, ma'am.
30.
Present, ma'am.
31. 31. 32.
Present, ma'am.
33.
34, present, ma'am.
35. Ganesh.
Present, ma'am.
36.
Present, ma'am.
Kirtana.
Present, ma'am.
38. Vivek. 38. Vivek. 30, 39. Rajeshri.
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
39. 40.
Present, ma'am.
Anusha.
Present, ma'am.
41. Sharanya.
Present, ma'am.
42. Roshan. 43. Vidya.
Present, ma'am.
44, Rakesh. 45, Saikat.
Present, ma'am.
46, Shamla.
Present, ma'am.
Shamala.
Present, ma'am.
Kiran. 47, Franklin Kiran. 48, Rachna.
Present, ma'am.
49, Neha.
Present, ma'am.
50, Sana. 50, 51, Mahi.
Present, ma'am. 51, present, ma'am.
52, Uday Sai. 53, Anusha Reddy. 53, Anusha Reddy. 54,
Present, ma'am.
Rajesh.
Present, ma'am.
55, Suchit. 56, Sai Charita.
Present, ma'am.
Srilekha. 57,
Present, ma'am.
58, Sandeep.
Present, ma'am.
59, 60.
Present, ma'am.
Ma'am, C7 present, ma'am.
You have not given. Huh?
C7 present, ma'am. Network
C7.
issue.
If you have not given your attendance, just post your attendance, guys.